power?
I can't do either one.
Wow.
Sure. Here's some of the modifications that happen over at Tower of Terror. Normally you would walk into the sitting room and they would show you a video, the doors would open, and you would walk down the hallway. That door now is permanently open, so you walk through the room and there's 6 foot or so lines throughout the whole line. So the line actually starts there and you space yourself out. Now they do every other row inside the elevator. So if you could be in the back row, the front row, and maybe the center row of the left-hand side or vice versa. So they're spacing this ride out fairly well. I suspect when they open up, the lines are going to be a little bit long because of all the spacing. Bright suns. We're here at a cast member preview of Hollywood Studios. So these are the first looks at Galaxy's Edge before actual opening day. We're going to give you a full review and look at the modifications and the changes they've done to Galaxy's Edge for social distancing and the requirements of a mask.
Traveler.
We changed things around.
Some of the modifications here in Batu, or also known as Galaxy's Edge, is Droid Depot is open. I'm not sure if you have to make a reservation or not when it's open to the general populace. But Savi's, if you haven't heard, is not going to be open. So keep that in mind. If you came here to build a lightsaber, you're not going to be able to do it this trip. So one of the modifications at Droid Depot is you have a entrance line here where you go and do your pay. You gather up your pieces like this person has. You come back to this line here, and then the door guard here will bring you in when a section is free for building. So they're showing legacy lightsabers in Savi's. So this is going to be kind of cool. We actually get to go into Savi's and look at the legacy lightsabers. So here at Ronto's, you do a modal over at the front, and then you circle around through these line sequences here, and then come up to here to get your order. So behind those little plexiglass things, and they'll put the food here underneath.
Let's do 2 of the silver. That's the trick that typically works for me. Ah, there you are. Great for you.
This is the easiest build you're gonna have today. I know, if you think, you rest my voice. Oh, we'll stop back here. No, you're good. It's harder now because like the screen with all this stuff. Yeah. You got this and then which leg panels did you want?
Huh?
Which color leg panels?
Oh, what do we have? Black.
Black?
Leg panels here.
So what they do here, they fire off a series of electrical impulses into the motivator itself. This kicks in the sensor receptacles, starting with the acoustics. Sound waves will be able to pierce through the same way you and I hear. Following that, we have the first signs of sight. Then we have the first little bits of personality. That little chip will take it even further. Finally, we're listening for some chirping, and there we go. Like a foregone feeding day. Trust me, those things can chirp.
They're really free, still standing up. Oh wait, no, Aaron just got them. I just try to enjoy. Activating for Rhiannon.
He's adorable. Yeah.
And backwards. And side to side. This will turn his head. This will make him talk. And then this is only, or mainly for the personality chip. On and off for your remote. On and off for your droid. It's going to be right here.
Okay.
My favorite, the green milk.
You.
My friend Steven prefers the blue milk.
Because it's better.
So everybody has, the groups have to go on to the different numbers.
Please report back to ITS Conrad. Crews, thank you for joining the cause. A covert resistance team led by my friend Finn has infiltrated a First Order Star Destroyer that is now... Doors opening now.
Hurry, all recruits to transport. No need for safety here, it'll be a smooth ride. Deck is in motion. Recruits crossing to transport.
Alright, so we have to go back to the same numbers.
Getting a high reading on the fuel pressure line. That's better. Check the minor in motivation. Yes, I just want to be sure. Raise the shield.
I give you all the information, can I go free? No. Damn it. So the ride was officially broken down. The park's actually closed, and we did not get to do Rise of the Resistance. Apparently it's breaking down all day today. Let's talk a little bit about the queue line for Rise of the Resistance. You have these taped lines that you have to stand on, but normally you would end up in a room with Ray, and we showed you that. You have to go on to specific number dots. From those number dots, when you get onto the transport, you find that you have to go onto those same number dots, and that's where you stand. I still felt that in the one room it was a little bit crowded, so I don't know how I feel about that. And when it came to rides like Rock and Roller Coaster, I asked people how they did the queue line, and where you would normally stop and they would talk to the band thing isn't playing, and you kind of just walk through spaced out until you actually get on the ride itself. Overall, this was a good day. I want to especially thank Steven, my buddy cast member, who ended up bringing me here to cast member preview. Really appreciate it. Several rides have been changed, as we talked about before. Basically anything that there was any type of a gathering has been removed, and it's now a walkthrough on all the rides. So in the room, like we mentioned over at Tower of Terror, you walk through that and it's spaced out. Rock and Roller Coaster, I was told that where you would normally see the band, that's not playing, and you walk through that room directly onto the ride as well. When we got to Rise of the Resistance, I talked about that, where you have to be assigned a specific location, and you follow that location both in the gathering room and on the transport ship. One of the things I thought was interesting is Ronto wrap. Now, when you order food, both Ronto Roasters and Docking Bay 7 were open for business, but Disney really wants you to order through the food app. Don't forget to hit the process your order at the end. If you have only cash, let the cast member know, and there's always a special line for cash only, and you'll go right up to the register. We hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and please consider supporting us on Patreon or PayPal. The links are down in the description below.